What is going on, everyone? It's good to see you. My name is Ryan Williams and we are back with another video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be doing a deep dive into both of my investment accounts. That's right, I have a couple different ones. I have one in Robinhood and I have one in Charles Schwab. So today we're going to be going through both of those. I'm going to show you guys which stocks I have and we're going to have a good time. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's start first with Robinhood. So we'll open this bad boy up here. And what we're looking at here, once we open up the app, this is kind of the home page here in Robinhood. So as you can see at the top, the total value of this portfolio is just over $6,600. I've been growing this account in Robinhood since March. Prior to Robinhood, I had a few $1,000s in stash. I just transferred that over to Robinhood. Anyway, let's check out which stocks I have here. So now let's scroll down to this very first one, T. This is AT&T. As you can see, I have about 9.7 shares. Average cost of these shares is $32.66, and the stock is currently sitting at $27.50. So I'm down some money in this one, but this is a great stock. It pays a great dividend, and I'm definitely gonna be buying more of it despite being down. Just means it's a good time to buy. All right, moving on. We have Starbucks, and I'm gonna run through these very quickly because I have like over 20 stocks in here. So anyway, for Starbucks, I have almost 6 shares. The average cost of the shares I have is $84.20. The current price is about $89, so we're up a few bucks. Gotta love that. The third stock in my portfolio here is ExxonMobil. Currently have 6.1 shares at an average cost of $46.70. Unfortunately, this one's down about 13 bucks from my average price per share, and we're down about $75. Bummer. Moving on, Bank of America, BAC. I currently have 17.5 shares of Bank of America at an average cost of $26.40. Also very down on this one, down $43.40. That's okay though. I have some stocks that are up, I have some stocks that are down. Overall, we're up, and even the down ones are still paying a dividend, so we're still getting some income from those. All right, moving on, we have Pfizer. I currently have 8.9 shares of Pfizer at an average cost of $35.55. And it looks like we're up about $10 from Pfizer. So that's awesome. Okay, next one, we have Union Pacific, ticker symbol UNP. Currently have 1.3 shares at an average cost of $183.31. And it looks like we are up almost 12% on Union Pacific, which is great. And here we go, you guys know this one. Love to see it, the Big Apple. Currently have 4.85 shares of Apple. Actually bought like just over 2 shares before the split. Now I have 4, almost 5 shares. Average cost of $82.52, and we are up almost $200 on Apple. Gotta love it. All right, guys, next we have Delta Airlines, DAL. Currently have 12.2 shares of Delta Airlines at an average cost of $36.73. I think I bought this one a little bit too soon because we are currently down 13%. Hopefully next year we'll see that break even and maybe get into the green, but time will tell. I'm gonna hold on to it anyway. All right, guys, now we're on to gold. Ticker symbol GOLD. This is Barrick Gold. I have almost 11 shares of Barrick Gold at an average cost of $24.05 for a total return of almost $50. So got it at a good time. It's up 17% so far. I think I bought this back in May or June. Let's see if it says here, March 25th. Okay. That's really solid. Next, we have SPHD, which is a high dividend, low volatility ETF. Quick breakdown, an ETF, for those of you who don't know, is just kind of like a collection of stocks. It's multiple stocks bundled into one buyable ETF. So I currently have 25 shares of SPHD at an average cost of $33.18. And I actually bought this a couple weeks ago and we're already up almost 4%, so I'm happy to see that. Gonna keep buying more of this. I wanna get to 100 shares quick with SPHD. Next we have Southwest Airlines. 7.3 shares of Southwest at an average cost of $37.26. And we're actually positive on Southwest. I think I bought this one at a good time because so far Southwest is down almost 27%. So we're positive almost 6%. I like that. All right, guys, next one, you know this company, Procter & Gamble. For the year, Procter & Gamble is actually up 18%, and our 1.09 share is up 3%. So average cost of $139.67, and it is currently sitting at $144 per share. Nice. All All right, next one, we have Chevron. I have 1.7 shares of Chevron at an average cost of $80.92. I don't think I bought this one too long ago. I think I've maybe been holding this Chevron for a month or two, and we're down 10%. So this one's dropped pretty substantially. Hope to see that turn around. Okay, moving on, we have Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol JNJ. I only have about 7/10 of a share of Johnson & Johnson, and we're up about $1. So nothing to write home about yet. Give that one some time. All right, next one, ticker symbol WPC. I currently have 1.77 shares of WP Carry at an average cost of $68.18. So it looks like we're down about 2%. Not too bad. I'm gonna keep buying this bad boy because it pays a pretty darn good dividend as well. Holy cow, 6.11%. Yeah, I'll say. I'm gonna have to double check that though. Sometimes Robinhood's data isn't the most accurate. All right, next we have O, which is Realty Income. Currently have 5.03 shares of Realty Income at an average cost of $61.23. So we're down about $1, but no big deal, little bounce back, and this stock pays a really good dividend. As you guys can probably tell at this point, pretty much all of the stocks that I own pay a dividend. There's like a small exception of stocks that I own that do not. All right, so moving on, and I promise you guys we're almost done with the Robinhood account. I know this was a long one. So next stock we have Verizon, ticker symbol VZ. Oh, look at that, we get almost a $2 dividend coming up next month. So right now I have 2.85 shares of Verizon at an average cost of $59.37, and its current price is $58.48, so we are down just a little bit, but not to worry, this one will certainly bounce back and will be a good stock for the long term, and it pays a good dividend, which is the most exciting part for me. Okay, moving on, HD, Home Depot. You know, Home Depot, actually, credit to them, they have done really well this year despite the pandemic. I think a lot of people are just doing some rehabs, doing some remodeling, and doing some work around the house since they're spending so much time there, so they're gonna need supplies for that, and that's where Home Depot comes in, but they are up 22.5% for the year, so that's rock solid for those guys. Good job, Home Depot, keep it up. So I have 1.14 shares of Home Depot. I wish I had more, and I wish I would have bought it sooner. Okay, couple more guys. Next stock, we have JP Morgan Chase. I just recently bought this one. I think it pays a pretty good dividend. I only have 1.3 shares. I'm looking to buy some more, but the little bit that we do have is positive, so I'm happy about that. All right, guys, next stock we have here is Philip Morris. Philip Morris is a company that invests in manufacturing and sale of cigarettes, tobacco, and nicotine-containing products. I bought Philip Morris not too long ago. I think this stock pays a pretty solid dividend. Yeah, almost 6% dividend. And I have almost 4 shares of Philip Morris. And I think I bought these shares sometime in September, and we're already up 5.5%. So I'm happy to see that one growing like it is. Hopefully it keeps it up. Okay, second to last stock here. This is my second to most recent stock that I bought. Great dividend stock, great company. This is 3M. I have almost one share of 3M. And I bought this one very recently, like within the last 2 weeks, and it's already up $5. So, you know, get myself a cup of coffee. All right, the last stock in my Robinhood portfolio is Dropbox. I bought my positions in Dropbox last week. The only other tech stock I really have right now is Apple anyway. So I wanted to add one more because they're historically pretty good growth stocks. In fact, Dropbox is one of the few stocks that I own that does not pay a dividend. So when you invest, and we'll cover this more in depth in another video, but there's growth stocks and dividend stocks, or ones that are kind of in between. And so this one would be considered a growth stock. And right now I have just over 5 shares of Dropbox at an average cost of $19.68. And currently the stock is sitting at $19.92. So it's up just a little bit. All right, guys, and that concludes my Robinhood portfolio. Going back to the top here, you know, we have $6,600 in here. I invest $400 a month into this account, and so, you know, sometime in the next year, we'll definitely be over $10,000 in this account. I actually want to get there as quick as I can. I feel like that's a really cool milestone, and I'm stoked to hit that. So I'm gonna keep putting money in when I can, at least minimum $400 a month, more if I can swing it. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's check out my next account, which is in Charles Schwab. All right, guys, let's open up Charles Schwab here and see what we got. Now, right off the bat, you'll notice that the interface in Charles Schwab is quite different than in Robinhood. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to open up an account in Robinhood versus just investing more into my Charles Schwab account. One, just to have a separate account and try a different platform. You know, I really like the usability of Robinhood, and though it has its issues for sure, sometimes pretty big ones, I still like using it, and at least for now, I'm gonna keep rocking with it. You know, I've actually had this account for almost 10 years. I think this account was started back in 2011. I would have been 17 or 18 years old. And my dad had started this account for me. And probably from the time this account was open until maybe a few years ago, he really managed it for me. So what we're about to go into here, I really can't take credit for a lot of these stocks because I really have been hands off with this for a long time. So the total account value of this Charles Schwab account is $7,900.88. So just, you know, a little bit more than what I have sitting in Robinhood. The combined value of both of these accounts is just under $15,000. And I think we're gonna actually be at $15,000 in the next month or the next few weeks. So the first stock that I have and have had for a long time in this portfolio is Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, so right now I have 11 shares of Berkshire Hathaway at an average cost of $121.76. And currently the stock is sitting at $211.09. So up almost $100 per share on this stock, which is crazy. When did we first get these? Oh, dang, the first shares were bought in 2011, so almost 10 years ago. That's pretty wild. Okay, the next stock we have here is CRISPR. Actually, this is one of the first stocks that I bought on my own without any guidance, any help. So CRISPR is actually a gene editing, a gene altering company. They're coming out with some pretty crazy developments regarding DNA. I first started buying CRISPR in 2018, looks like almost 2 years ago exactly. I have a total of 8 shares, and in total, we are up $444.56. All right, guys, the next stock I have in my Charles Schwab account is Golden Valley Bank. Golden Valley Bank is a bank that operates out of Northern California. I don't think they're publicly traded. I don't quite actually know how I have 51 shares, but I'm guessing that was my dad's doing a while ago. Okay, next stock, we have Hawaiian Electric. Hawaiian Electric is just it's a utility company that operates in Hawaii. It's kind of like the PG&E for Hawaii. You have almost 10 shares and am up about $55, $56. Next stock here is PG&E. This one was kind of my own doing. I started buying PG&E in 2017. I bought it way too soon. Luckily, I didn't buy many. PG&E went from 40 to 50 bucks down to like 15, like 10, $15, like that, like seriously overnight. And then as it kept going down, I was just buying the dip, and just kept buying as it kept going down. And right now the average price, you know, it's not 45 bucks anymore. I got the average price down to $18.50 a share. And right now it's sitting at $10.38 per share. And I have like almost 100 shares of PG&E. I've had PG&E for a few years now, and I'll tell you what, if PG&E goes back up, I'm gonna be in great shape with this stock. I mean, if it can get back up to above $18, which at some point I think it can if they play their cards right. Next stock we have is Sirius. Back in 2011, started out with 100 shares and have been buying it pretty steadily ever since then. And right now I have 148 shares of Sirius. We're up almost $400 for Sirius. And then moving on, those are all my actual individual stocks that I own in this account. And I have a few ETFs here. I have this Charles Schwab Real Estate Investment Trust ETF, which I am down about 20 bucks, which isn't good. I hope that goes up. I also have this Emerging Markets ETF, 16 shares, and am up almost 20%, which is awesome. I've had that for a long time. And then the last one, I'm a big fan of this ETF. It's SCHD, and that is Charles Schwab's High Dividend ETF. And I have 23 shares, 23 and a half shares, and I'm up 30% or about $330, so up quite a bit. This account's actually doing pretty good. It's up 25% total, which is almost $1,600. Typically, this account sits between $8,000 and $9,000, and during the pandemic, I saw it get as low as, let's see if this will bring anything up. I saw it get as low as $65.85.76. So another $1,300 lower than it is now. So I think it will keep going up over time. So there you have it, guys. I mean, those are my accounts, and that's what I'm rocking with. Now, if you stuck around and are still watching this video, thank you so much. It's super awesome, and I hope you got something out of watching this. If there's any questions or any comments on anything that you saw in this video, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to answer it or give you the best response that I can. Anyway, guys, that concludes this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy your weekend.